but he was holding back on the truth. He didn't tell me, Billy McFarland didn't tell me that Billy McFarland wasn't taking the ticket money. And it kind of went over my head at first, but he wasn't taking the ticket money. So if you purchased a ticket and it was through the sold out platform, which I purchased through Fyre.mx website, but his ticket distributor is through Sold Out. Sold Out, again, is based in Austin, Texas.
He wouldn't take the money. He can't. I don't think he can, right? Because of his, probation parole. I was waiting for somebody to speak, somebody who purchased a ticket, somebody who was around the situation with Fyre Festival too. And guess what? Somebody did speak. All right. Her video is on YouTube. I think her name is Mara. And she did a video called Fyre Festival 2. And listen, we have to give commentary to this because I'm only like 15 minutes in and I'm clutching my invisible pearls. By the way, it looks like Billy and company might actually be watching a lot of the Reddits and YouTubes and stuff like that people are giving commentary about. I'm all here for it. Listen to what she has to say. Let's get into this.
What's been going on with my side of things and then the final update. So let's get into it. So I did purchase a ticket to Fyre Fest 2. I've gotten a lot of negativity about it, a lot of hate. People are accusing me constantly of being in contact and being buddies with Billy McFarland. I just want to set the record straight. I don't know Billy McFarland. I simply bought a ticket to document my experience, go live at the events, just to let you all know what actually happens at the festival in itself. We all saw what happened last time, Fyre Fest 1. I wasn't there. I didn't know anything about it until it actually already happened.
So I think her name is Mara. Mara, I'm going to stop you right there because I kind of have to give commentary and I have a question about this. We all saw what happened, you said, but you still bought a ticket. Like that didn't stop you from buying a ticket to a festival that we already knew was not going to happen, at least at the time frame that they were saying was going to happen. Okay. And also the fact that the first one didn't even happen. Like what led this is the part that I'm trying to understand. What led people to buy into this when they know that the first one was a disaster?
I just saw it like everybody else, mostly everybody else on the news. The picture, the lady that got stuck catering to everybody, etc. The poor people out there in Exuma that eventually had to clean up the mess of Billy McFarland. So Billy McFarland announced.
And that's the question, is why give business to somebody like that who willfully did what they did? And there's a lot of people that are still recovering financially from the first Fyre Festival, right? So when they brought this over to Mexico, I kind of had questions. I don't think anybody did their homework, or they got caught up in the hype of the situation and said, yeah, great idea. Let's do a Fyre Festival.
A second run at Fyre Fest. So this festival is being held from May 30th, 2025 until June 2nd. So with everything going on, at this moment, I'm constantly keeping up with the news. I'm constantly keeping up with Reddit. And a lot of you are accusing me of being part of the Fyre team. I am not part of the Fyre team. I'm not in communication with them anymore since everything has happened. And I just want you all to know I have nothing to do with Fyre. I was honestly excited about the event, which is no more, obviously. It did a 4-tier system to this festival.
So I don't know how she was accused about being part of Reddit or whatnot. I just joined the Reddit group because I just wanted to keep up with everything that everybody was saying. And, I'm a blogger, so you join Reddit groups and stuff like that. I don't always read everything, but I have to keep up with everything. But my thing is I feel like Mara was kind of keeping up with what Reddit was saying, and I'm assuming they were trying to, expose Fyre Festival 2, but you're also going to Fyre Festival 2. So balancing that, I think. So kind of those two things are interesting, I think.
The first tier is called Ignite. It's a $1,400 ticket package. It says general access, and it says the essentials, the first step to the extraordinary. Second tier is called Fugo. It's a VIP access, an elevated experience. The cost is $5,000, and it says your own exclusive getaway. The third tier is Phoenix. It says artist access, create the fire, be part of the creation. That runs for $25,000. And then the top tier is a Prometheus Pass. It runs for $1.1 million. I purchased the $1,400 pack. It ran me about $1,565 after fees and taxes, $1,565, something about that. I will be putting receipts on this video to show you the final breakdown. So shortly after purchasing a ticket, they were almost immediately in contact with me, which was nice because, again, with the last festival, it was hard to get in contact with Billy. People were having trouble communicating, but they were constantly getting emails on trying to reload their bands, add money to their wristbands, send more money, but there was no actual real hand-to-hand communication within the festival to the festival goers themselves.
Mara, but you so see, like, she kind of knows what happened in the first festival, so she went ahead and did this risky purchase. Guys, I mean, that's a lot of money, right? Especially right now. But that's the risk that she was willing to take, right? And by the way, I did speed her up, but I'm going to put her information in the description box so you guys can watch her. I'm just giving commentary.
So getting an email immediately the next day, actually a text message the next day, was nice. It felt personal. A gentleman named Nick contacted me via text. That was February 27th. I had purchased a ticket on February 26th. So Nick texted me. He said, "Hey, I'm Nick. I'm with Fyre. I'll be helping you with accommodations. Any questions you may have, any problems you may have, please reach out to me. Call me. Can I give you a phone call?" I said, "That's cool." And it went from there. I thought.
So this name Nick, right? I kind of wonder if it's one of the guys that was at the press conference who, because there was a couple of guys there, and there was one specific one who I think was traveling back and forth to help out. The rest of them were living there already. So I wonder if that's the same one or if this is a different guy.
But at ease, I was happy someone already contacted me. I was happy that there's already communication. Now, I want to remind you all that there was no lineup announced, no artist lineup, no talent lineup, not even someone on the beach painting lineup.
Girl, but that made you buy a ticket? Like, that's I mean, literally, I'm like, that's what made you buy it? Like, that would have been the biggest red flag. I'd have been like, I'm going to a festival and I don't even know who's performing. What?
No entertainment yet whatsoever. And we all know from the first festival that Billy is a felon. I'm pretty sure his passport is revoked. And this is initially announced to be held in Isla Mujeres, Mexico, where Billy cannot go because his passport, I'm pretty sure, is being held for tax evasion. So he's in New York City trying to host a festival in Isla Mujeres, Mexico. Don't know where he got that idea from. Don't know where he chose that location. You would have to ask him. Maybe he had an in with someone at the time there, but no longer has. Within that first point of contact,
wow,
Nick did call me, and a call was actually was him trying to hustle me a hotel. He sold it as a luxury resort where the talent and artists are going to be staying. You want to stay here. It was overpriced. I think it was around $1,500, $2,000.
Okay, you already bought a ticket. All right. And now the person that's messaging you has your personal number, by the way. Keep that in mind. Is trying to hustle you into like another hotel. Interesting. I didn't really get into the gist of it because I let him know I've already spent like $1,565. I'm going to take care of my own accommodations. Nick's advice, I did not take the offer. I did not give them any more of my money except for the ticket within itself. March 21st comes around. Isla Mujeres government has posted announcements that this is no longer a thing. The events that he is announcing and promising to his concert goers, festival goers, are actually not possible on the island of Isla Mujeres. So this is actually not going to be a real thing. So I reach out to Nick, of course. This is my point of contact. This was announced as really nothing to do with Billy. This is a partnership with Sold Out and then a company called Lost Nights, which is actually based in Mexico. Sold Out is a company based out of Austin, Texas. Lost Nights is based in Mexico. They host lots of events. They do lots of things like this. So I never heard from Lost Nights this entire process. I've heard I was in contact with Sold Out, of course. So Lost Nights was that guy in the press conference was part of Lost Nights, and he was the one that was pushing for the people in Playa del Carmen, trying to convince them. It felt like they were selling a timeshare in this press conference. We said that in the other videos.
So that is that. March 21st comes around and they have to switch locations. I spoke with Billy. We will comp you a hotel at the new location. What's the new location? They figured it out. About the next day, they announced a new location and they came out with this email. They announced this location is going to be now in Playa del Carmen. I looked at the difference between Isla Mujeres to Playa del Carmen, and I said, man, this is like a 45-minute ride. And again, so they said they'll comp me accommodation in Playa del Carmen. they even gave me options. Would you like to stay at the Grand Hyatt or the Fives? Nick recommended the Fives because he said, again, this is where all the artists are going to be here. I said, when can you send me the confirmation that you got me that accommodation so I could be at ease and I can actually know for sure I have somewhere to stay near the festival? Point, I was actually reaching out to Billy. Billy just kept coming with, we're working on it. I'll let you know. He kind of did stay in communication. And at this very moment, though, I started having, I'm not going to lie, I had some charges happen on that card I had used to purchase this ticket with. I'm not kidding. This is
Hold up. She starts noticing charges on her card. I want to go back to the messages, okay? Let's go back to these messages because she's showing them. And I did speed her up, like I said, because I kind of want to get right to the point.
ride.
Okay, yeah, the message reads, would you rather have the Grand Hyatt or the Fives? And then she responds back, hey, I'll look at these when I get home and I'll see which one, thank you. And then he responds with, okay.
Hyatt or the Fives?
I'd recommend the Fives.
Nick recommended the Fives because he said, again.
And then she responds with, it looks like she said, Hyatt looks good.
This is where all the artists are going to be here. I said,
okay, so now this looks like a chat between her and Fyre Festival, the IG page or the Facebook, IG or Facebook. She says, I already booked my hotel in Islas Mujeres. Hi, your phone number. Hi, what's your phone number? We'll fix this. This is what Fyre said.
When can you send me the confirmation?
And then she responds, how are you going to fix it when I already spent money on a hotel in Islas and now you're changing locations?
That you got me that accommodation so I could be at ease and I could actually know for sure I have somewhere to stay.
And then they respond, we will comp your hotel in PDC. Nick will reach out.
Stay near the festival. Point. I was actually.
So then there's more messages. Hey, Catherine, we'll have that secured today. Thank you. Then she responds, I still haven't gotten any email. And then I believe this is Nick. Yep, it's coming soon. We are sending.
You're reaching out to Billy. Billy just kept coming with, we're working on it. I'll let you know.
We're sending a list to the hotel with everyone. So I just wanted to kind of read these messages so we get an idea of what she's showing here.
He kind of did stay in communication. And at this very moment, though, I started having, I'm not going to lie, I had some charges happen on that.
So she right there is saying like she's nervous, right? Like I would be nervous too, honestly. And this is where she gets to the charges of the card.
Card I had used to purchase this ticket with. I'm not kidding. This is a debit card I had. And this is not a lie. I had 3 small transactions happen on my card. Whether this happens to have anything to do with this, I am not for sure. I am just talking about this moment because I want to know if anyone else had similar things happen with their card. Nothing against sold out.
I do wonder about this, honestly. Like, if anybody purchased this or gave their credit card information, you probably want to check your stuff. You should. This is a serious situation, guys.
Billy has nothing to do with taking my ticket money. The way I purchased it through Fyre MX site, it was actually sold out. So again, I just want to say that fraud may or may not have anything to do with Fyre, but I do want to announce that did happen. So anyway, he's saying that Phoenix Pass holders are going to be staying at the Miramar Chable Hotel. Prometheus Pass holders, you'll either be staying in a presidential suite at Chable Miramar, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, a villa, or a multi-state room yacht. Our villas are provided by Nemesis Group, and you can view them here. And he sent a Google Drive link. And I will... who is Nemesis Group? I have no idea. Is that affiliated with him? Is that a third party? Is that someone that was even paid? I did reach out to the only talent confirmed for this festival of Fyre Festival.
Okay, so my understanding is that these are all like organizers and sponsors of Fyre Festival. At least that's how it shows on their website, right? You have various names there. Interesting. Very interesting.
S2, which is previous NFL player, football player, Antonio Brown. He goes by AB on social media platforms. He did get back to me. He said he was going. He was looking forward to go. Billy comes out with this announcement that he's going to do this press release, that there is some government officials at this press release. It's going to be a live video stream happening. You can submit your questions. The same lady from New York Times submitted her question on there, who's been reaching out to me. Billy's guys that were there for 6 months working on this were there at the press release conference. It was like a teleconference with Billy on a screen because, again, he is in his mom's basement in New York City, and occasionally will walk around New York City and make videos of him giving us updates of this festival. That is,
he lives in his mother's basement. Listen, there is nothing wrong with living in your mama's basement, especially if you have, restitution. You have to pay people at least millions of dollars back. Like, you're going to be living in that basement for a long, long time. And my understanding is that his family is wealthy. So here's the deal. What is up? What is going on here? Right? Like, Billy, your family must be very proud of you. I don't know what else to say, because no way in hell is my adult son living in the basement and you're still pulling this BS while you're being supervised by the government. No way. No way.
it's totally happening. But he was on this press release call. I don't know exactly what you want to call it. It was like a little get together. It looks like he catered food for them with the ticket holder money, what have you. And they spoke about how they're excited to bring this festival to the area of Playa del Carmen. They just paid someone to confirm the event on live stream.
That's interesting. See, I told you guys that press conference was giving what? Timeshare. So this makes sense that if people were paid to show up and eat the food and, maybe that's what happened. You stay there for the hour while this press conference is happening. We'll pay you the food. We'll pay you and feed you. It was giving timeshare. It was.
To seem more legitimate. And I think within 48 hours, Playa del Carmen comes out with a update of how they want nothing to do with this event. Again, government announcement saying that this wasn't approved. He doesn't have proper permits. And then I reached out to him. He said, trust me, I have all my receipts. Okay. I mean, he posted receipts on his Instagram showing us that he did get a permit for a typical pool party with music, not live music playing for a capacity of 250 people. That is what he got approved to do. Oh, day club party. So that is what
música grabada, which is recorded music. That's what the permit said. Okay. Now here's some messages. It's crazy. They're just straight up lying. Put a lot of money into it. Okay. So what happens now? I'll know more Monday, but I promise whatever happens, I'll make sure you're taken care of. This is what he's saying. This is the same BS. This man needs to stop. It just needs to stop.
Ended up being Fyre Festival 2. So by this time, this is all announced. Reddit is on fire. You all are calling me a blah, blah, blah. I reach out to Nick. I reach out to Billy and I say, what's going on? I am feeling very uncomfortable about this. And Nick came back at me later on with, what's up with the Reddit? And I said, what do you mean, what's up with the Reddit? So they're reading every comment on Reddit. So don't think your comment is going unnoticed if you actually want something out of it. I want to have a good time in Mexico. So I am reaching out to Billy, reaching out to Nick. They're blowing me off. And I go, okay, how about I just do a refund? And you all are saying, well, on their website doesn't mean shit. Okay. This whole situation, terms and conditions. I didn't read the terms and conditions. I'm not a terms and conditions gal. Billy was saying,
listen, that's the problem. Shout out to her. All right. She said, I'm not a terms and conditions kind of gal. That's what happened in the first festival. That never happened. None of those people that went there were terms and conditions kind of people. They said, oh, we're going to go down. We're going to get, there were influencers that were doing all kinds of things. And they learned the hard way. Like, we got to learn. But shout out to her. I love that she said this, because a lot of people, I don't always read the terms and conditions of everything. Right. Yeah, I can own up to that. I could do better, but we need to do better.
That is fine. I'll be happy to issue you a refund. I will be sending the info. He didn't even fight me about it, okay? And Nick was confirming they were working on my refund. About a week went by with the refund processing. Whether I won or whether I wasn't going to win, I was still going to try to get my money back. If they were going to fight me on it, fine. But they didn't fight me on it. They were cool about it the entire time. But he was holding back on the truth. He didn't tell me, Billy McFarland didn't tell me that Billy McFarland wasn't taking the ticket money. And it kind of went over my head at first, but he wasn't taking the ticket money. So if you purchased a ticket and it was through the sold out platform, which
I purchased through Fyre.mx website, but his ticket distributor is through Sold Out. Sold Out, again, is based in Austin, Texas.
He wouldn't take the money. He can't. I don't think he can, right? Because of his, probation, parole. So I'm not, this right here doesn't really surprise me too much. It's more along the lines of who is that vendor and what conditions did they all agree to for this to happen. So, it would make sense that he wouldn't be handling the money because he doesn't want to get in trouble. He doesn't want to do that. So this is interesting.
And they had some kind of agreement with Billy McFarland. I don't know what it is. It has now fallen through, obviously. But they probably were just taking all that ticket money if they were smart and just putting it aside. Whether they paid him out any money or not based on the ticket sales, I am not sure. I'm not sure where he's coming up with this money to pay for permits in Mexico. He's showing he's paying $40,000, $50,000 for permits. He is getting the money somewhere, somehow. I'm not sure if any of it had to do with the ticket sales.
So that's the question that I have is, how is he able to organize these events? How is he able to get all these permits? How is he able to do any of this stuff if somebody's not funding it? Somebody's giving it money, right? So it's ticket sales, investors, sponsors, other folks. How is he getting money? Especially given that, he has a lot of restitution. He owes a lot of money, right? He can't be buying all this through merch. There's got to be more to this. It just doesn't make sense.
So on April 6th, after going back and forth with Billy on Instagram and Nick via cell phone text, I get this email. From Billy. He initiated the email from the Fyre email account. He just sent a simple email saying, Catherine, since you originally purchased a ticket for Isla Mujeres, we went ahead and issued you a refund. We will honor your ticket for the festival and we'll be releasing information to our ticket holders this week. Thank you. That was Sunday, April 6th. And then I replied, when should I receive my refund? 48 hours go by. So April 8th. Again, this is after I checked my bank statement and I confirmed it actually went through Sold Out. I didn't have any sense of naming Billy McFarland on that transaction for $1,500. So I reached out to Sold Out. Now I'm going back and forth with Billy. We probably exchanged 80 emails. So I simply threw that email together into an email with Sold Out. And I sent that email to Sold Out. Sold Out replied pretty quickly in the middle, a few hours later, middle of the day, saying, thank you for reaching out to Sold Out. We are so sorry you've been having so much trouble with Fyre Festival and the order and the refund process. We actually haven't received any prior information about a refund request until your message today. That said, we do have 100% money back guarantee, and I can confirm your refund has been processed. You'll see the funds within 3 to 7 business days, and a confirmation email has been sent to you, and you'll be receiving that shortly. Now, I know this has been a frustrating experience, so I have attached a $45 Sold Out gift card that you can use towards any event. Thank you, Sold Out. I appreciate that.
That's good. At least Sold Out followed up, But it still doesn't answer the question is, how is he paying permits? How is he paying different things? What's going on here?
And if you have any other questions, we are here. Just feel free to reach out. Now, shortly after that, I received a confirmation receipt from Sold Out regarding my refund. It was an auto refund, Sold Out for $15.45.83. And I did notice on that auto refund receipt that I posted on Reddit that you all said was fake. The CEO of Sold Out is CC'd on that email. His name is Andrew Hendrick. I didn't know who that was. I had no idea who that was. I was afraid he was part of Fyre. I immediately went to Google and looked up his name, and I saw he was the CEO of Sold Out. I felt a little at ease at that, and I was waiting for my money. April 9th.
Now, I wonder if Reddit is saying that it's fake because people really can't believe that people would actually buy tickets from this individual. People, I don't know. So maybe that's what it is.
Wednesday, my money hit my account. So I got my refund. Guys. I got my money back. I got my money back from Fyre, from Sold Out. Sold Out gave me my refund back. I got my refund. 100% money back guarantee. No refunds. I got my refund. Okay. So you guys all need to fight Fyre with Fyre. That's what I'm telling you. Fight Fyre with Fyre. If they say no refunds, fight Fyre with Fyre. Has been confirmed. It has been postponed as of today, April 16th. All is all. Is this going to be a thing? Are you guys still going to Mexico? Me, I am still going to Mexico. I had already purchased accommodations, already purchased a flight. I am looking forward to going to Mexico. I'm looking forward to meeting new people. If you are still going out to Mexico for originally the Fyre Fest event, which is no longer happening. Reach out to me. We can meet up. We can make plans. I'm looking forward to meeting people that may or may not have been attending Fyre Festival. A lot of news networks have reached out to me. I think CBS, NBC, New York Times, and some international publications. I have not reached back to any of them. I left them all on red. And that girl with New York Times, I have left her on red twice. I don't really want to do any interviews. I purchased a ticket to have fun at an event and to simply document an experience, keep you guys updated and give you constant updates as it was happening with what's going on the second time around. Yeah, I bought this for clout. Yeah, I bought this to meet people. And
Oh, she says she bought this for clout. I mean, I think a lot of people would have probably done the same. I mean, yeah, but I think that's why people would want to go to this festival, is there's a level of clout that people would get from attending this, right? But here's my question though, and this isn't an answer that she would have, but I do wonder, when did Billy and company realize that this festival was probably not going to be a go? Because mind you, they did that press conference, I believe it was like the last week of March or something like that. I have to go back to timeframes. Yeah, like last week of March 28th is when they did the little press conference. And Billy was still doing a lot of videos too. So, I mean, I have a lot of questions about all of this. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
and gain a little bit of traction and to get some more followers. Of course, that's what we all bought a ticket for. I'm not going to say I didn't. Is the question I have is, why would you sit in a prison cell for however long you sat in jail? I didn't look it up. And everything you have already gone through, all of the scrutiny. Why would you think it's okay to announce another event with nothing really set in stone and nothing really thoroughly planned out and nothing really properly handled? Again,
Probably the same reason why you bought a ticket, girl. I hate to put it that way, but it sounds like she bought a ticket for content. She was creating content. That's what she wanted to do, right? An opportunity for clout to grow content. Same reason why he went out and did Fyre Festival too. Is the same reason why a lot of these people are buying tickets. It's for content. It's for clout. It's for notoriety. Like I said, I get the sense that Fyre Festival 2 or Fyre Festival in general is really about social media promotion of chaos, if that makes sense. Nothing really substantiated. It's nothing but, documented chaos of young people.
again, like, yeah, let's test the waters and see how many tickets we can sell and then go from there and start planning. That is not how an event, a concert, a birthday party, a bar mitzvah, that is not how anything is properly ever planned out. You have to coordinate and plan and have proper proceedings and proper people who know what they're doing. It is clear as day. We all know that you are horrible at planning things, and you probably shouldn't announce another event such as this or anything near this. But you are a good talker. You could be a speaker. You could go on speaking tours. A lot of people on the Reddit have talked about things that you could do in your future and you would be good at. But I don't think a music festival is in your future, or any kind of festival, or even a pool party. It doesn't even seem like you can pull off a pool party, because now everything has been announced today. That is, it's postponed, and ticket holders will be receiving information shortly. Just like before, ticket holders will be receiving information shortly, when I didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. Now, I have to tell you all, with all this that happened, I am a very laid back person. I am very chill. I have been through some horrendous things in my life. So you all have gave me so much scrutiny on buying tickets. A ticket, fine. But I am very easy to work with. I have been super chill with Nick and super chill with Billy. I have not gotten mad once at this. It's not worth the energy to get mad. I do also want to say that I have stayed in contact with Antonio Brown, and I think I was the first one to let him know that Fyre is no longer happening. I just want to let you all know, I don't think Antonio Brown was ever planning on going to this festival. I think it was simply apply to sell more tickets, which I think Antonio Brown probably did help him sell at least a handful of more tickets. But I don't think Antonio Brown ever had any plans of actually going to Mexico, because when I was asking him about meeting him there, etc., he could give a fuck less. I don't think he really had any intentions on actually going to. Now, before I get out of here, I want to thank you all for watching my video. This is my first video I am posting to my YouTube account that I am taking some time into actually editing. So I want to thank you if you made it this far to the video. I want to thank everyone who has actually really been nice and caring and supporting. I want to thank Antonio Brown for communicating with me on this. And I want to thank all the news outlets who have reached out. And I'm sorry I'm not going to reach back because I don't want to do any interviews. They did get a girl who was supposed to DJ for this festival on like ABC News. Her face plastered everywhere. I don't want to be that person. But before I go, there was a person on Reddit who did get to capture the actual ticket number sales through website data that was leaked for Fyre Festival 2. Actual ticket sales. Billy McFarland did put out that email, and he said 1,800 people were going to be attending, but the ticket sales were actually leaked today. So for the Ignite package, which was $1,400, is the one I actually purchased. It has been confirmed that 79 tickets were purchased. For the Fugo package, which was $5,000, $5,000 USD, it has been confirmed that 22 people purchased this package. For the Phoenix package, that ran $25,000. 6 people have been confirmed to have purchased this package.
So people actually purchase these tickets, guys, in the higher packages. And this is through leaked information. I'm going to have to go back in there and see what exactly was leaked.
What their expectations were, I don't know. Those people obviously have a lot of money to just throw on the table. And I hope they get their money back. I hope they get something out of it. I hope they get a sorry from Billy in person. I hope they maybe get a coffee from him. I hope they get a DoorDash delivery. I hope they get something rather than just hearing from an email that I'm sure.
I hope they get their money back. That's what I hope. I hope they get their money back. That's what needs to happen. Wow. So I was able to get the websites. I'll show them here in a little bit.
Billy is eventually going to come out with saying it's been postponed. I hope to hear sooner than later. And then for the Prometheus package, Billy did initially say 2 people had bought the Prometheus package, which again is the $1.1 million ticket. And then he had came about and said 1 person had purchased it. It has been confirmed that nobody has actually purchased the $1.1 million ticket. So
he lied.
Good morning, guys. I have the biggest Fyre update. The first Prometheus pass just sold. If it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't for all the ticket buyers, if it wasn't for the friends and families who innocently endure for the mistakes of their loved ones, we wouldn't have these second chances. My team wouldn't be here giving me the opportunity to build my dream as a means to spread Fyre around the world and to pay people back. I have a friend who's currently serving a 28-year prison sentence.
Is that a surprise? Nobody had that much money to just spend. Oh my God, you guys.
Those were the final numbers. Those were actual in real time. Someone hacked into the data of that website and got that information. And those seem more realistic. Those actually do seem real. Okay. A handful of people did reach out to me saying that they purchased a pre-sale ticket. I guess Billy sold a pre-sale ticket for $500 about a year ago for this event. I am not sure exactly how many people actually purchased that ticket. And I am interested, and I'd be curious to know the actual number of ticket sales for that package. So that is all. That is all I have for now. Maybe I'll post another video of another update. Again, I will be making a video of my trip to Mexico when I do go. I was planning on attending the Fyre Fest. I was going to still try to get in. Again, I got this email confirmation from Billy McFarland saying that he was still going to honor my ticket, even though I was getting a refund. But it looks like it's not happening anymore, and it has been postponed.
So I did see that there was some information that was leaked about these tickets. I guess somebody hacked into the Fyre Festival website. I'm not really sure how accurate this is, but again, the Ignite package, which is the 1,400, which is the one that she purchased, 79 people purchased those tickets. Fuego, which is 5,000, 22 people purchased those tickets. Phoenix, which is the $25,000 package, 6 people purchase that. And Prometheus, the one that's over $1 million, 0 people. 0 people. So when Billy said that they had 1,800 people, no, let's see, let's do some math real quick. 79 plus 22 plus 6, 107 people total. So that's definitely nowhere near 1,800, which then makes you wonder, they could have used that, permit that only permitted 250 people. with pre-recorded music. What happened? I mean, like, they literally, this guy was way over his head, and people just need to stop with this festival thing. And, I'm glad that Mara showed her side of the story, whether you liked it or not. She was honest. She said what it was. I'm going to link her channel in the description box and her video so you guys can go watch it in full, give her a like and a subscribe, whatever you want to do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys.